Hello, hello. Welcome to Miss Muffle Cat Reads Tarot and stuff. I'm about to do a reading for whoever finds this. We're brewing the full moon in Sagittarius. I love full moon energy and especially a fire moon. Sagittarius is one of my favorite signs. I've got a couple of people that I've had in my life for 20 plus years, and when you can say you've had somebody in your life for 20 plus years, and there's something about them that um, keeps you coming back. And the Sagittarius peeps that I've had and collected, I believe, stay because there's just this delicious. They might run away and go and do all of their magical, exciting. Tending to be quite physically demanding stuff and things that they do, but then they always come back with these delicious stories. So I can feel that there's probably some delicious stories in the cards here that want to be spoken to. So that's why I've been drawn to do a reading under this energy. And of course, the full moon energy, it's a bringing up of emotions. It's an illuminating uh, of that emotional state for the whole collective. So regardless of what your sign is, full moons certainly can amplify our emotional states. Fire moons can tend to make people a little bit more short-tempered. Things can happen quickly. Oh, interesting. I've already shuffled these cards, and the first card that I'm not drawing that, but the moon's just popped out to, as we're here speaking about La Luna. But they can, as we know, people talk about lunacy, emotional states are heightened. But with fire moons, a lot more can get done. So you can channel that energy into physically exerting yourself. So I know, for instance, I've done a lot more physical movement this weekend than I normally would. I'm being really drawn to, move my body, stretch my body. Certainly, do whatever feels good for you. The body craves movement. Inertia is one of the most terrible things for our body. The thing that we're most afraid of, which is death, and what happens when we're close to dying, the body can't move. So while we've got capability to move our body, that is exactly what we should be doing. Sagittarius moons certainly fire that energy up in the human body and mind. We have to have our mind and our body connected. But it's certainly not helpful to always be stuck in the mind. So let's see what we've got. This is the Sun Moon Tarot. I thought would be appropriate. So with every full moon, whatever sign the sun is at the time, when the full moon comes about, the moon is always the opposite sign. So we're currently in Gemini season. So the moon at its full peak will be in Sagittarius, Ace of Cups. So there is some love on the brew. Aces are not particularly good for current relationships, and I'll speak to this, because it's basically like we're starting again at the beginning. So if you're already in a relationship, the ace can be a little bit, I'm not going to say problematic, but it can be a little bit, not the best vibe. You kind of want to be moving up through the ranks of the cards. So it could be nice. It could be a gesture of love, a nice gift, a dinner out or something like this. But it doesn't really speak of an evolution of an existing relationship. Having said that, if you're single, Ace of Cups is a delicious energy, and it can be that spark of a new romance. I like how there's a rainbow coming into the top of this card, and there the triangle at the very top there is the symbol for fire. So this is perfect, love and under the full moon. Tell me all about it in the comments. I will live vicariously through your delicious experiences. Wow, what else have we got here? Wow, all this fire. The next three cards that burst forth, the Six of Wands, and here we've got a woman dancing with fire. So male or female, this is certainly delicious, victorious energy. Then we've got the Queen of Wands, who also is dancing with fire with a cheetah joining her. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So we've got two queens here and the victory card. This says to me that there's things happening in your world that are kind of doubly supportive emotionally. And because we're talking about the moon, we're talking about, the emotions being heightened. And now we've got these two queens. We've got this queen that's really earthy and focused, Capricorn energy, really, really focused on the material world. And then we've got the Queen of Wands, who's just going, come on, like, I can do whatever I want. And not that the Queen of Pentacles can't do whatever she wants. She certainly can, because she's got all of the coin necessary to be able to make any decision she wants and follow through with it. But we've also got her combined with this delicious energy, just basically waiting for the inspiration to invest her money and her energy in. Whatever she does is going to be victorious. So if you're a male watching this, I don't want you to be thinking, oh gosh, this is your girlfriend. This would be you. Yeah, this is you being able to understand that basically you can have whatever it is that you want. As it's like you've been holding off on this cup of love on yourself. Oh, I don't really want to invest this. I don't want to invest in myself. I don't. The self-talk. Doing a number on yourself. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords, which is called defeat in this deck. Three of Cups. It looks like you've possibly been hanging around with a bunch of people who are kind of keeping you in that space, with the Three of Cups sat underneath, this defeated energy, devil energy, people that are not particularly good for you making decisions and following through with them. Maybe good for, shit talking, maybe good for, just perpetuating the cycle and keeping everybody where they are. But in terms of filling this cup of universally filling yourself up, opening your crown chakra up, and basically getting downloads from the universe in terms of what is it that I want and need and wish to actualize under the illumination of this very, very powerful fire moon. What is it that I've been waiting for? What is it that my soul yearns for? What is it that I will be proud of in the future? What is it that I have come into this physical form to achieve? What is it that makes my soul sing? It's basically waiting for, calling down this universal energy. I'm going to hold up these three, and not that the Queen of Pentacles isn't important here, because she's calling all of this down into the earth afterward. But if we can see here, we've got the energy coming out. I like that I've lined it up with my dangling rainbow. Channeling this energy into the cup of yourself, yeah. And here we've got the Queen of Wands, and she's bringing this energy down from the stars. And here with the Six of Wands, this victorious card, it's showing that whatever you bring down is in infinite supply. So it's not like, oh, you can just have this little glimpse of genius or glimpse of creativity, and then it'll just flick fart itself away. The Queen of Pentacles is here to say, no, you can actually bring this down into the earth. And in fact, with this Capricorn energy, we'll be able to kind of drive it forward in such a way that you'll really be able to manifest in the physical realm. So, in the earthly realm, not just be, full of all of these great ideas from the ethers and not be able to actually do anything with them, because there's absolutely no point having ideas and not actualizing. There's nothing sort of more wasted than unrealized dreams or unrealized aspirations, yeah. And the way that we get to where we're going is with nitty-gritty hard work. It's not with oh, I'll just lie on the couch and think about having a gajillion dollars and it'll just land in my lap. It really doesn't work that way. How good is chai? So I really love this energy. I really love this energy. It's opening up to universal energy, bringing down these inspirations, these openings, these gifts of love from the universe that are designed and pertinent to you, not to the collective, not to, not to whoever chooses, to you. Um, going and bathing under this moonlight, going and letting it crown you like you would on a sunny day. Let the sun have its way with you, in terms of, let it warm your bones and let it kiss your skin a little, and let it come through our eyes to reset our melatonin. I don't want to go too deep into everything, but you do understand that the healing powers of our luminaries, yeah? And we can't just focus only and ever on the sun, although it is the giver of life and it helps things grow. The lunar energy is what helps our soul grow, yeah? It helps our emotional state. To let the moon into our being. And yes, it's cold outside at night, depending on where you are. But, certainly you can rug up and still go for a lovely walk, even if it's raining. You can make excuses for everything, or you can just get amongst the stuff and things of actualizing your soul's purpose. I'm not here to try to give you a kick up the bum, or maybe I am. I did that with Leo last reading I did. I don't think it went down too well. I've got the Joie de Vivre here, and I just want to get a few more cards for us. I'm liking this so far. This victorious energy. I really don't think that there's too much that can go wrong from you following your. As I say that, the overthinking is what can be too far wrong. And it might be that you have some waves of emotion. Yeah, it may be that you've got to, it may be that you do drop to your knees and get down and realize that you've been stung by a snake, and that you've got a hell of a lot more work than most people to do to pull yourself up from the muck and mire of where you find yourself at this current point in time. But I will let you know that there is nothing more important in this realm than to actualize your soul's purpose. It's not money. It's not how many people you have in your friends list. It's not the shininess of your vehicle, or the of your whatever. It is, have you have you stuck with the plan that your soul came into being, as in a human form, to actually get amongst the stuff and things of it. And look, I think that the biblical story of, the snake tempting Eve with the apple, which I think is what's being referred to here, although looks like a giant snail, but I kind of am getting this vibe with the snake, and this is a snail, but I'm feeling like it's Eve being tempted with the apple in the biblical story. There's always going to be things that are thrown on our path, yeah? And the longer we continue to choose the distractions that are thrown on our path, the longer we will be kept on our knees in this hell realm. And this card is a card of being in the hell realm, but knowing that you are holding yourself there by virtue of your thought process, yeah? Because every single moment we have the opportunity to change. It is not that that's got such a hold of us, or there's no possible outcome, no possible. Look at so many inspirational stories of people that have overcome such huge obstacles, and you'll say, oh no, but I can't quit smoking. Oh no, I've tried 3 times and I can't do it. Yeah. Oh, there's no way I could leave my job. I'm too busy and important there, and if I didn't do that anymore, the world would stop spinning on its axis, and would be thrown into carnage. So really, these are thoughts and thought processes and unhelpful ways that are keeping us well away from our victory. Look at the difference in these two cards. Yeah, look at the difference in these two cards. Which would you prefer to be after this lunation? So it may be that you have to go through this dark night of the soul, and it might be that this full moon time is where you start sort of peeling back the layers of what it is, doing the work on yourself. The next card we got is the Emperor. So it might be that, although we've got two queens here, it might be that you need some firm masculine energy in your world. It could be somebody at, a male contact at your self at your support group. It could be, that you get involved with some sort of anonymous group, and this is your contact there. This could be your employer. This could be your, a father figure. Maybe not necessarily your father, but it could be somebody who you always wished, that you have had in that role. Somebody that actually will give you calm, pragmatic, and wise advice. This is the emperor is all of the kings rolled into one, so there's a lot of power in this person, and I think this is what you have to channel into yourself at this time to get you over this Ten of Swords energy. To break free after this kiss of the moon, if you can see it around this figure's head, after this cycle has passed, it's really important that you do connect yourself into at least one person that has the power of four kings, and that means somebody that has mastered the material realm, is emotionally secure, um, has is creative, and is able to communicate effectively and clearly. Okay, so this isn't somebody that has, it's probably somebody that you, under most circumstances, would think this is somebody really boring, like, oh, boring librarian, da, 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 da. But probably somebody that's really can offer some really solid, sound advice. It may also be that you have to engage somebody higher level, like lawyers, you know, people, taxation agents, something, people that are very high up in their industry. It might be that, and I suppose it is around this time that we have the taxation things all kicking off. What else am I getting there? I think something turned over there. If it did, I'll take it. It did. The Justice, perfect. Can be Libra energy. This is about bringing things back into balance. So I do believe that after you've mastered these energies of having these downloads poured into yourself about what are the next steps that have to come, this balancing has to take place. There's no other way forward. You can't be writing yourself off every day or every second day and expecting good things to happen. You can't be devoting your time and energy into things that are unhealthy for the mind, body, or soul, and expecting other things to perfectly fall into place. So the Emperor here is this solid, sound, good advice. The advice that we're getting is to stop overthinking. In fact, I will encourage you not actually stop that and reverse it. Not to stop overthinking. In fact, to get it all the hell out of your body. So if you need to go and get yourself a notebook or a ream of paper and just write and write and write until you've got every little bit of venom and vile and love and hate and disdain and excuse out on paper, and then do with that what you need to do. Throw it in, I'm telling you to clog up the water supply. We'll have 500 people doing that, and the EPA will be coming at me. But, set fire to it, bury it in the garden. I would say set fire to it with the Sagittarius moon, but it might be in some time that you get around to doing this. But it feels like a purging with this snake here. The poison, sometimes the poison is the remedy, and I know that there's certainly a lot of good to be said with the psychotropic drugs that are about. When I talk about drugs, I'm talking about, psilocybin and naturally occurring medicines from nature that will, cause this purging. Like a hero dose of psilocybin can certainly bring about possibly what's happening here. All of these thoughts coming in and around this figure who really is, using the magic of that to purge and let go. This coming back into balance is so what's important. So I feel like that's what this Sagittarian moon is for the collective. It will be a purging of sorts for people to see what's working, see what's not working, and basically shed so we can come out victorious. Yeah, there's absolutely no point for humans collectively to be talking about things that upset them and expecting them to change by staying in that state of talking about things that upset them. It is so much more helpful for people to do the work, and if it takes that getting on your knees and howling at the moon, for God's sake, do it so we can get some good stuff. I'm ready for the flying cars and hoverboards. We could probably have them by now if people weren't continually bringing the vibration down by abusing their bodies, abusing their minds, abusing other people. We can't have the cool stuff until the collective completely brings back into balance all of the things that we're capable of. And it's certainly a hell of a lot more than the doom and gloom that a lot of people have got themselves stuck in. Well, that seemed a bit heavy, didn't it? I hope you come back for more. Leave a cat in the comments if you subscribe. Leave a cat in the comments, and you can go in the running to win a free Russian tarot reading. They're quite long. They take about an hour. So worth it, but up to you. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Blessings, sparkles, and sprinkles.